Wang Yibo breaks record. War of Faith hits 200 airings. 200 broadcasts in just over a year. Why do viewers keep coming back? 200 broadcasts. At first, that number almost sounds hard to believe. War of Faith, starring Wang Yibo, premiered in 2024, yet it has already been broadcast 200 times on satellite television. For a drama that has been around for just over a year, this is a rare achievement. Many series receive plenty of attention when they first air. People talk about them, share memorable scenes, and follow every new episode. But after the finale, that excitement often fades. A new drama arrives, and the audience slowly moves on. War of Faith has been different. It continues to return to television, meeting viewers again and again. Some may be watching it for the first time, while others already know what will happen, but are still willing to sit down and revisit the story. That is probably why the milestone of 200 broadcasts feels so meaningful. It is more than a record to mention in passing. Behind that number are viewers who are still interested in the drama and television stations that continue to put it back on the schedule. And at the heart of all this is Wei Ruolai, the character played by Wang Yibo. When War of Faith first premiered, Wang Yibo's performance naturally drew attention. He is a young actor with a large audience, so people were curious about how he would present Wei Ruolai. But initial curiosity can only take a drama so far. If viewers continue watching more than a year later, the character must have left something behind. Wei Ruolai did exactly that. He did not feel memorable because of one loud or overly dramatic scene. The impression came little by little. As viewers followed his journey, they had time to understand him and become familiar with the way he faced each situation. Sometimes, that slow connection is more powerful than a sudden emotional moment. A character gradually becomes someone the audience cares about. When the drama ends, viewers may still remember his expressions, his choices, and the changes he went through. Perhaps that is part of the reason Wei Ruolai continues to stay in people's minds. Wang Yibo did not need to make every moment intense. In many scenes, the character's emotions were allowed to unfold naturally. That made Wei Ruolai easier to follow and gave viewers space to feel the story for themselves. This matters because audiences can usually sense when a performance is trying too hard to move them. The more a drama pushes, the easier it is for the emotions to feel distant. But when a character is presented with enough patience, viewers can form their own connection with him. Wei Ruolai became a role that people could remember beyond the screen. For Wang Yibo, that may be more valuable than a brief period of popularity. Attention can come quickly, especially when a drama first premieres. A character with staying power is much harder to create. It needs to remain believable even after the early excitement is gone. More than a year has passed, and people are still talking about Wei Ruolai. The drama is still being shown, and new viewers still have opportunities to discover him. That alone says a great deal about the impression the role has made. Have you ever watched a drama again even though you already knew the ending? Sometimes, we return because we miss the story. Sometimes, it is a particular character we want to see again. We know what choice that person will make and what will happen next, but the feeling is still there. A rebroadcast can also feel different from the first viewing. When we are no longer rushing to find out what happens, we begin to notice smaller moments. An expression that seemed ordinary before may suddenly feel more meaningful. A quiet scene may stay with us longer than the dramatic scenes we remembered most clearly. That may be one of the reasons a drama can survive beyond its original release. Of course, War of Faith has also been described by some as a classic revolutionary drama. Since it premiered only in 2024, some viewers may feel that it is still too early to use the word classic. That is understandable. A true classic usually needs time. Still, reaching 200 television broadcasts in just over a year gives people a reason to consider that possibility. A classic is not created by praise alone. It needs viewers who are willing to keep watching. It needs characters who remain familiar even after the final episode. Most importantly, it needs to hold its place while new productions continue to appear. War of Faith is already beginning to show that kind of lasting appeal. Its success does not come from one short burst of attention. The drama premiered, completed its original run, and then continued to return. Each new broadcast allows it to reach people who may have missed it before. At the same time, it gives existing viewers another chance to spend time with Wei Ruolai. Maybe the reason is actually quite simple. People still care about the story, and they still want to see Wei Ruolai again. TV stations continue to broadcast programs when there is an audience for them. They would not bring the same drama back so many times if viewers had completely lost interest. Reaching 200 broadcasts suggests that War of Faith still has a place in people's daily viewing. For an actor, there must be something special about knowing that a character continues to meet audiences even after filming has ended. The work was completed long ago, but Wei Ruolai's story is still being watched in homes through television screens. This is where the achievement begins to feel more personal. Behind the number 200 is not merely a broadcast schedule. There are people turning on the television, discovering the drama, and choosing to stay with the story. Some may recognize Wang Yibo immediately. Others may simply come across the drama by chance. But once they continue watching, it is Wei Ruolai and his story that must hold their attention. That is the difference between being popular for a moment and being remembered. War of Faith has already passed through its initial period of excitement, yet it has not quietly disappeared. Instead, it continues to return in a steady and almost surprising way. Perhaps we do not need to decide right now whether it has officially become a classic. Time will give the clearest answer. For now, 200 broadcasts are enough to show that the drama has connected with viewers in a lasting way. And Wang Yibo's Wei Ruolai is clearly an important part of that connection. After 200 broadcasts, what keeps bringing people back? Is it the story of War of Faith, Wang Yibo's portrayal of Wei Ruolai, or simply the feeling the drama left behind?